Tekken 8 Season 2 discussion. Now, before we get into it directly, because we're going to talk about Season 2 right now, I want to talk first about Season 2. Well, let's talk about the end of Season 1 leading into Season 2. How did you feel?
Let's go back, because we can talk about the transition.
It's time for Tekken 8 talk.
7 to 8.
7 to 8. How did you feel about people saying that you were carried with Duke? Mardu. Welcome back.
It's too dark. She at Devil Jin, no!
Devil Jin, yes.
He fell.
Oh man, he is trying to get out of that patch. He does not like the patch at all. Even though, isn't Devil Jin like ridiculous? We're not gonna talk about that now. I'm gonna get to that later. We're not gonna talk about that.
I got some thoughts and opinions on that.
First off, I want to introduce everybody to my friend, my brother, General Mar. Mar, let everybody know who you are, what you're about, what you like to do, and how did you get started doing TikTok and playing video games and fighting games in particularly?
Hey everybody, like you said, I'm General Mar. It's a Jack and Daxter reference. If you're cool like that, you'll know.
Exclusive.
I started doing TikToks off of a whim because I didn't like iFunny anymore. So I went to TikTok and I decided to make one. It got a couple hundred views, which I thought was really huge at the time, but turns out it was just kind of random. So I decided to make more and more and just kind of snowball it. Ended up running into a guy that was doing an online Tekken tournament. I'm like, I play that? I'm like, yeah, we're a part of the
through TikTok. You found this guy through TikTok. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to that guy. Oh, his name is
Lone Wolf. He's a pretty cool dude. He does like board game content now.
Crazy enough, I feel like I've ran into that player in some game online. There could be 1,000 Lone Wolves, but I don't know if they play Street Fighter 6. I may have ran into them in Tekken. They might have caught this blue rank work. I don't know. They might have caught this blue rank Lily. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, okay. So shout outs to Lone Wolf. Got you into a tournament. iFunny wasn't popping no more. Lily wasn't funny no more. So you got into this thing. I'm assuming the community was very welcoming because you stayed.
Yeah, I like the TikTok community, and it's a lot of fun. I've been kind of straying away from things due to work and life, but I'm still out here streaming on TikTok, and now I got my own little mini community. So that isn't that, but I made a lot of new friends and mutuals. Like My Life is an RPG. Like they're amazing. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but they're pretty good.
No, but I will definitely give them a look. Shout outs to them. You said My Life's an RPG.
Yeah, they make really good content.
That's actually a pretty dope name as well. So shout out to them.
They told me the origin of their name. It was a school assignment because you had to do like a writing prompt for other stuff. It was like, my life is this, my life is that, my life is like some other ones, and then they were like, oh, I play a lot of RPGs, so my life is an RPG, and that just kind of stuck. I'm like, that's a really cool name though.
It is a pretty cool name. That name is actually ridiculous.
They do like science content and like scaling and making fun of scalers, which is pretty cool. But they're actually like a real game journalist. Like they actually write articles and stuff like that.
Oh, sick. With that being, in the way, you dove into this TikTok thing. Obviously, you had a lot of fun with it. I've been seeing a lot of your stuff, bro. You put out some very, very funny things. Like, so for anybody who doesn't know, my friend Mar, he's a pretty good Fang player. His Fang's pretty nice. His Fang's pretty aight. You know what I'm saying? And he likes to do this thing. Whereas if you get hit with this palm move, I don't know if it's like forward 1+2. You guys
back one.
You guys can correct me on the notations. I know Tekken, but I only know my character. So he does back one, and he will leave this face. I'm gonna put the face on the screen. He puts this face with Fang smiling, It's like there's a number.
It's so ugly.
You have
It's
a
so
number of
ugly.
these faces of when you hit your favorite move. Since we're on the topic of Tekken, we're not gonna go into season 2 yet. I see the eyebrow raise. You're like, oh, we're gonna no, wait.
All right, I can wait.
I want to know your initial thoughts jumping into Tekken as a series. So now, obviously, you have your players like your Street Fighter players, your Smash Brothers players, Soul Calibur,
Right.
Mortal Kombat, all those games, Virtual Fighter. But you decided to play some Tekken. You decided to play some Duke, some Kazuya, some Fang, some Jinpachi. Yeah, you decided to play some Bob. You decided to play some Sidestep 2. Tell me about your decision on, okay, these other games are cool, but this is my love.
When I was in high school, I was friends with a super senior whose name was Aang. And he told me around when Tekken 6 was already out, and I think Tag 2 was in the works. And he was like, yeah, man, I mess with Tekken. I play Steve and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck is Tekken? I played it one time.
I'm sorry. Your friend Angus plays Steve. You play Steve. Okay. All right. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. I love everybody.
Yeah, you are correct.
If
you are correct.
If you know, you know. I love everybody. But that's hilarious. Okay, continue. I'm sorry. I know Aang, mind you guys. I know who Aang is.
Exactly.
I've only met him like maybe like once, maybe. But like, cool guy, very cool dude. Aang, shout out to you if you ever do see this, brother. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, General Mark. Continue. Yeah, continue.
He
plays
told
some
me
Steve
about it, and I only played it. No, he played Stephen Bruce. That should tell you. And he from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Like that should tell you.
He don't want you to play. He wants to rush you down, make sure you get hit with counter hits, and then deplete the life bar. Got it. Got you.
Back to.
Yeah.
No. Before any of that, I played kind of weird because everybody's like, "Oh yeah, I have my very first memory of playing this." I went over to my father's friend's house, who shoved me away into their kid's room, and they were playing Tekken 3 on the PlayStation 1, and they picked a dinosaur and farted on me. Yeah.
Oh, they hit you. Wait, Tekken 3.
Yeah, with the Gone.
Gone? Oh wow.
Yeah. And I'm just like, okay. That was my first experience with Tekken ever. I think I was like 7.
Oh, yo.
I don't know.
Imagine
that was
getting...
my only. That was my only experience with that game. And then in high school, I come across this guy. He's like, "Yeah, man, get this." And I'm like, "Okay." So I go to Game Crazy. That should tell you how old this is. Game Crazy.
Shout outs to Game Crazy. Game Crazy EB Games. Oh, the
attached to the Hollywood Video.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, you know what? I know exactly the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know they turned it into like a Greek restaurant now.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
But still got the same structure. It's weird.
Yeah. But, okay. I know. Okay. Yeah. Continue.
So I go there, and being the dumbass that I am, I'm like, well, I got to start from where I can, and all I got is a PS2, and the first one with PS2 is Tekken 4. So let me get 4 and 5 before I get 6. I ain't got a PS3 yet, so I got it for the story.
Hey, Tekken story kind of good, man.
I didn't play fighting games like that before.
Okay.
I mean, like, yeah, I knew about Street Fighter, I knew about Soul Calibur, and stuff like that, but I'm just like, okay, let me try the story. So that's why. And
who did you play with in Tag or Tekken? Well, who did you play in 3, 4, and 5? So when you first were in that room, who's ding, 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 who's the character?
Jin. Jin. Surprisingly, and Aang even was like, "Man, you keep on playing Jin, you're gonna be an alcoholic." That's a dad joke, but yeah.
Oh, you know what's crazy? That almost flew over my head, but I got it. I caught it.
Yeah.
I was like, wait. Oh, yeah. Just right. Just right. Like when you get the perfect guard break in the corner, you know, when you like wall splat them twice. Oh, you're done.
They took that shit out.
They took it out. Okay. Wait. We're not getting there yet. We're not. Okay.
I know.
Okay. Wow. Person. Okay. So you played Jin. you go to buy Tekken, you go to Game Crazy. You buy.
I bought Tekken 4 and 5 because I asked them which one comes first, and story progression, because I wanted to play the story, because I didn't know fighting games don't care about story. So I end up trying to play every single character to get every single ending, and I was like casual ass. So but it just something hooked me on it. I don't know what. Maybe it was just like the playing with friends and stuff like that, but just the characters, the goofiness, the seriousness, just maybe the fact that every button attached to a certain limb, something hooked me, and I just never really looked back. And it puts like tribalism in me, because I don't know if you remember this, but maybe it grew out of me by the time we started playing, but I used to be like, yeah, Tekken 6, Tekken Tag 2, fuck Street Fighter 4, I play Tekken. Like, I was full tribalism about it. Like, yeah, Street Fighter 4 is ass. Street Fighter's ass. All Street Fighters ass. Tekken's where it's at. Yeah.
I feel like that's more of just like a back in the day FGC thing. Like, it wasn't more so like you necessarily hated it, but you were so proud of the game that you played, and you felt like your game that you was like, it's like, bro, this is like peak fighting game. Like it has everything. You could like, you don't have to deal with fireballs. You could sidestep. Like, the neutral is like this. There's no like cross ups. Like, I could just fight I can fight an opponent and not have to deal with any like craziness. So it's not. I don't
have to deal with Marvel versus Capcom bullshit. I can just do
wait
this.
Now. Hold on. Now we're gonna. Okay, you know what? Well, let's get.
I hated that game too.
Let's go there. Let's go there. Like, okay. All right. Let's go there. I know.
I have preferences. If we talking about fighting game preferences, I have preferences.
Oh, I know.
Versus game ain't it. I've grown to appreciate that. I like watching them. TNS is great. I turn it on and I go to sleep. Like how everybody has a little ASMR, like fall asleep to this. I fall asleep to Marvel vs. Capcom tournaments. I fall asleep to Lightning
Shout outs to Tong. Shout outs to Tampa Never Sleep. Shout outs to the Florida crew. You can't be coming at Marvel like that, man. It's like,
no, I'm talking about when I was, in high school, when I was first starting my fighting game journey. The tribalism hit me hard. I've matured. I understand.
Guys, he played Thor in Marvel 3, and that probably probably says a little bit. Hulk's good. You played Thor.
No, I played Hulk without Sentinel and without Haggard. Hulk is not good. Hulk is only good with those two. That's it.
Hulk's so okay. Okay, you know what? Yeah, Hulk with drones is ridiculous, and then Hulk with Magneto is really good. Okay, but like, listen to this. Hulk is still good. Hulk can still do like solo combos. He still can do like the corner, like lift the ground, and then like the second hit delayed. He can get the gamma lift up off of it. Like, Hulk's good. Now I get it. Your team was not that strong. Your team was not that strong. So I understand.
I played like Wesker or some shit. I don't know. But the point is, I went from being a casual fucking Marvel fan that just decided to jump in on this and play against my friends after school occasionally, to Jaime showing up and doing fucking lightning loops and Virgil shit on me.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what?
I hated Marvel.
Oh, okay.
And refused to ever play it again. I got dunked on so hard, I got turned off of the whole genre. That's how bad it was. I got my ass beat.
Yo, shout outs to Jaime, one of my brothers, our brothers, one of the best in the Midwest, Tekken player, Marvel player. I'm gonna give him his flowers right now, because I was in the same boat as you. Now, I love Marvel. I love versus games. You know me. I like to shake and bake, reach in your pockets and take everything you got. But I ran into Jaime in a similar way you did, where it was like, I'm a Street Fighter player. I'm Street Fighter 4 hard body. Oh, Street Fighter 4 ain't nothing better than it. Even now to this day, with all these games, I still think Street Fighter 4 like the best game ever.
Oh yeah.
But I run into.
I've matured. I love Street Fighter 4 now. I'll go in there. I'll bust your ass with Geef. I don't care.
Okay, well, we're not gonna go there. But anyway, let's give Jaime his flowers real quick, because random school day. I'm popping my chest out. Marvel 3's out. I'm feeling frisky. Obviously, I'm a little seasoned in Street Fighter 4, so now I'm playing Marvel 3. Like, I'm like, man,
I like this story.
Like I'm feeling myself. Like I'm feeling good. Like I feel like I'm getting that. Oh, I'm nice. I'm the nicest kid on the couch. But like obviously we're still in that pawn phase. We're still in that. Oh, I'm the biggest fish in the pond, but we don't realize that there's an ocean out there that we haven't even experienced yet. So I'm talking to Daryl. Passion period. Talking about Marvel 3. He's with Jaime. I don't even know who Jaime is yet. And he's like, I'm talking to him about Marvel. Like, yeah, I was playing Marvel yesterday. And he's like, oh, you play Marvel vs. Capcom 3? Like, Jaime just speaks up. I'm like, yeah, do you play?
He's
like,
quiet. That should be
yeah,
important
he's
to the
quiet
story.
kid.
This man he don't say shit, but the moment you pique his interest, you go,
yeah, like Marvel. He hears Marvel 3, and it's like, oh. So, obviously, he, speaks up like, oh, yeah, you play. He like, you play Marvel 3? I'm like, yeah, you play? He like, yeah, I play a little bit. I'm like, oh, what's up? You trying to? I'm still like, again, I'm frisky. I'm feeling myself. Like I was playing online, bro, beating people with it was Sea Viper Akuma X23, bro. That was my very first Marvel 3 team. Sea Viper Akuma X23. Because I'm playing Street Fighter, so I'm playing like a Street Fighter team, and I thought X23 just looked cool. I'm like, all right, bet.
Not Anchor 23.
Yes. The thing is, I was making it work, dude. I was making it work very well. But anyway, so I'm online just, super delay-based netcode, not even that good. Just scraping people. X Factor comebacks across the board. And I tell Jaime, we should play. So he gives me his PlayStation Network. And literally that same night, we played. Now, first game, boom, smoked him. He was playing. I think it was like Dante Wesker Akuma. I think he was playing.
Yeah.
I think he was playing Dante Wesker Akuma at the time.
Yeah, he didn't play Zero yet.
He didn't play Zero yet. But
yeah, he plays Zero May Cry. Like Zero May
smoked
Cry.
him. Body first game body. I'm talking about it was like smoked. Like I'm like, oh shit. Look, I knew it. I'm good. The next 6 games, it might have been more than 6 games. I'm talking about I learned how Marvel 3 was supposed to be played. Like I'm doing some very basic 1, 2, 3, knock him in the air, 1, 2, 3, knock him down, ground pound with Sea Viper, Akuma Tatsu assist super. Like I'm doing some very I think I'm nice. Like I'm 3 touching, 2 touching them when realistically you're supposed to touch them 1 time and that should be it. So them next 6 to 10 games, I don't remember. It was just I got 1 game, and it was the very first game we played. And after that, I just was like, all right. I see them the next day. I'm all like, good shit. And then after that, I dropped that team. I played Zero, Dante, Deadpool. I stopped playing that team. I'm like, okay, not doing this. But no, shout outs to Jaime, one of the brothers. Still actually going crazy hard in Tekken.
Oh yeah, he got an Ignite win while being drunk as shit in the very beginning of Season 2 when that first dropped.
That's the power up. People don't know that's the power up. So when you go into Tekken 5, I'm assuming you first discover Fang and Duke. Now these are some of your favorite characters today. Like in any Tekken that comes out, Fang and Duke are like your first picks before you try out maybe a new character or something like that.
I gotta correct you.
Oh, put me on blast. Let me know. Correct me. Let me see. Hit me.
They were not my first love.
Not your first. Oh, okay.
No. My first love, especially in those days, Kazuya.
That's right. You did play Kazuya, and especially in 6, brother. Holy, I'm talking about
6 and tag too. That I tried, but I play on pad, and I don't play on hitbox. I don't play on stick. I can't do this. I need my thumbs. This don't work for me. I can't play piano. It don't work. I don't know if it's the ADD or what, but coordination is not there. But
electrics.
That's why I can't play Kazuya. I can't electric. I can't do it consistently. Now, if I wanted to practice, I probably could get it down, especially on pad, but it just...
I feel like it is more difficult.
Too defensive? He was too it is a lot more difficult on pad.
I can imagine that's like really
on hitbox. It's the easiest you can do. I can do.
Oh yeah, cheat box. We ain't gotta talk about it. Not knocking the hitbox players, but like it's literally there for you to do. Like it's just.
It's
just
right,
it's
cool.
there for you to do it. There's no like having to like move the joystick to do it. It's just you do it. It's like, oh, how do you do it down 4? You you hit the buttons. You just do the down forward. Like, yeah, no, I get you. So
Yeah, it's all right. I mean,
your training regiments were some brutal training regiments, my friend.
brother,
You had some really good teachers, my friend.
I did, and it also turned me into an asshole. I'm not gonna lie.
That's fine.
My newest protege, I kind of stopped teaching him because I really can't teach him anymore. He's almost equal to my skill. I could still beat his ass, but now it's a little more 50-50.
No, it's good. It's good practice. That's good practice.
Yeah, I trained him from scratch, and I was gentle. I was like, okay, this is how you do this. This is how you do that. There's universal mechanics. Here's that. Oh, good job. You can do the combo. All right, cool. Here's your little fundamentals. All right, go play some ranked. Here you go. Watch this person do that. All right, cool. Do you know what you're doing now? All right, buckle the fuck up now. I swear to God, if you block a shoulder and punish with 1-1-2, I'm gonna shit in your shoes. Don't you ever do a negative 23 move and not launch their. What the fuck? I'm gonna hit you with a hell sweep, and if you just keep getting hit by it, log off. You're done for the day. What the fuck?
Ooh, it sounds like somebody's taking after one of three teachers. Ha. And I'm gonna let's shine a little light on that.
Hold on.
What you got for me?
When you get told spell block so many times, yeah, it kind of ingrains it on you, because I would block with my face and I can't spell, so they did emotional damage on me. So yeah, I kind of get molded into that person.
let's shine a little light on that. I want to shine a little bit of extra light on Jigo, but let me ask you about your training regiments with Jaime, with Janelle, Cuddlecore, and with Justin, because you also did play with him. Rather, if it was in Street Fighter, you still practice, and that's still fundamentals that you can take to other games. Now,
yeah, it carried over.
Now, I actually played with Justin a lot. Like, I'm gonna give him his flowers. My introduction to true competitive gaming was through him. I didn't know how competitive fighting games could be until we met him, and he completely changed how my eyes are with fighting games, and I thank him every day. I still keep up with him. I still ask him occasionally how he's doing. He's playing that City of the Wolves, which you'll get to that later. But no, I got my ass kicked by Justin a lot. But it definitely makes you.
He trained us all at the same time.
Yeah, he did. He literally had a school, and he let us into his house. Shout out to Justin. He let us into his home, guys. He had an apartment. He let us into his home every single week, if not 2 to 3 times a week. It was sometimes maybe just once a week, but a lot of times it was like 2 times a week. There's been times I would go over there solo just to get practice. Like, I'm talking about, I would go over there and lose, like, it would be like 50 to like 7. Like, I'm talking about bust ass, and it's like, all right, see you, Justin. We'd get food. He'll tell me about how ass I am, but it's not like, it's with love. He doesn't mean it like, oh, you're just never gonna be good. He's like, you suck, but you can get better. And I feel like, and I'm gonna probably get a lot of shade for this, Bo, but I feel like a lot of people nowadays don't see that.
That's why we always say keep it in the game. Like,
yes.
Do your friendly shit talk, but always keep it in the game. Like, I love doing my shit talk. Like, I grew up in the era where, what was the famous video? Somebody's getting fucked.
Yep. Shout outs to All Cap. Shout outs to Detroit. Shout outs to Korn. And I mean, I know a lot of people don't like them, but like that's real shit. Like, if you're just getting beat up, you're getting beat up. If you don't want that to happen, you gotta beat the other person up.
You gotta be better. Like, you earn your shit talk. Yep. Like, it's amazing. I got a story. It wasn't I think it was like maybe a year ago now. When I busted out of retirement and started playing Tekken 8 and took the guy I was training, Jet Set Radio. We went to Ignite, and
shout outs to Jet.
Yeah,
one of the brothers.
We were. He was playing a tournament match, and it wasn't on stream. It was just on the side. I'm like, oh shit, he's in a tournament. And then I start popping off. I'm like, yeah, get fucked. Oh, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. Yeah, watch this shit.
That old school shit. I like that.
Yeah, right behind them. I was the only one doing it. And then his opponent turned out. Like, could you not? I literally laughed. No, get him, Jet. Like. His opponent literally was like, could you could you calm down? Like, fuck no! Are you kidding me? You got. I'm like, this is locals. This is real life. You got to deal with this shit.
Yeah, honestly, I like that. That's good shit.
Unfortunately, it pissed him off and gave him an anger boost, and Jet ended up losing the set. But it's still funny that the dude looked at me and was like, could you, like, calm down? I'm like, nah, bitch, I'm in the crowd. You got to learn.
Man, Peanut Gallery. Honestly, you kind of need that builds storylines. Like, imagine if everybody went into a local, no one said nothing, just shook your hands, then left. You need some hype around it. Like, how do you think you build, like, crazy pop-offs? How do you think you build, like, crazy situations where it's like, oh, these guys always run into each other, and Jet always beats them, but now his buddy's behind him, backing him up, and then the other guy comes back, and oh my god, he's popping off and slams his stick even though he won. Like, you're never gonna have that if everyone's just like, good games, shake my hand, and then you up. Like, you need a little bit of excitement. Like, getting on back to what we were talking about is like fighting game energy, and then pretty much the upbringings from what we had to the upbringings now, it's definitely very different. And your teachers were definitely some very good teachers. You had across the board teachers. You had a mean teacher, a neutral teacher, and a very nice teacher, which was, Cuddlecore. How did
Are you gonna say Cuddle was a nice teacher?
Cuddlecore was a nice teacher.
Me at. Okay, you know what? Yeah.
Let's talk about that, because I want to know.
Politely called me ass. She's like, I mean, you could sidestep better. Like, here, you could do this, and like, throw him in there. Dude, you get your ass beat. Like, it just. She had a switch.
I mean, the thing is, it was to get the point across. And yes, it did work. Because the thing is, I'm not gonna lie, because I be tuning into your TikTok streams. I've seen you play. I've seen you play in like these tournaments. You're nice. Like, you are very good. You are a very good player. And I'm not even just saying that just because you here. Like, because we've played back in the day. Like, I used to be able to kind of, go toe-to-toe with you in Tekken. You'd probably get more wins. I can't fuck with you at all in Tekken no more. Like, it's kind of bad. Like, even in 7, I was like, okay, I get it. And even in, I think we've played, like, once in 8, and I think I was able to get, like, maybe 1 win. But, like, it's, like, your Tekken fundamentals have skyrocketed, and then, like, your, like, fighting game, like, knowledge. Because, obviously, you're only going to get better the more you play, like, all these games. It's, like, kind of just going hand in hand, especially, Tekken being legacy fighter. It's something that you can carry over very comfortably. Without Duke, I know you're sad. It's a legacy fighter. It's a okay.
I'm gonna if you want to get into it, we can get into it.
Okay, you know what? I feel like it is a good time to start getting into the Tekken 8 Season 2 discussion. Now, before we get into it directly, because we're going to talk about Season 2 right now, I want to talk first about Season 2. Well, let's talk about the end of Season 1 leading into Season 2. How did you feel?
Yeah, let's go back, because we can talk about the transition.
It's time for Tekken 8 talk.
7 to 8.
7 to 8. How did you feel about people saying that you were carried with Duke? Marduk.
Man, fuck off.
How did you feel? People was like, oh my goodness, you're only winning because of this character and this 50-50 grasp.
I've been playing this motherfucker since 4. And are you kidding me? He's been bad and okay at best.
Yeah, let him know.
For his entire life. And then when he comes back in Tekken 7, he's finally okay. Like, yeah. He can steal some rounds. I'm not gonna lie. His damage was nuts. And a lot of that guessing game, yeah, okay.
You think he needs some bullshit? You think he needs?
But that was the first time he had some bullshit. You know how every other character has some bullshit?
Yeah.
Let me have my bullshit.
Let me rock.
Let me have my bullshit. Do
you think Duke needs a heat mechanic?
I can't wait. If he ever does, it's gonna be worse than 7. That's why everybody's like, don't bring him back. Because if you do, they know. Why do you think?
Yeah.
Why do you think Bob ain't in the game? Bob with heat. Brother.
Yeah, he gonna be slip sliding all over the place. You know something? Let me not ask you. That was for you. Let me ask the camera.
All right.
Do y'all?
So my original transition.
Duke needs a heat mechanic or Bob?
Oh no. Duke with heat would be nuts. I can already imagine some nasty shit, and even with like the nerfs to it and some other stuff, he'd still be disgusting. Heat's an issue right now. There's a lot of issues, actually.
Okay, so
Anyway,
let's lead into the issues because I really want to talk into this. I want to talk about because I only have seen a lot of this stuff from the outside, and I haven't even played the patch. I've seen videos, I've seen discussions, I've seen you and Jaime outside with your winter jackets, sitting around the barrel with the fire going on. I'll be in my cozy like Street Fighter 6 penthouse, like yo. They look kind of cold, and I just see you and Jaime just out there with your mittens, and you're like, Jaime, you good? And then Jaime's just like, and the barrel's like the fire's slowly going out, and then you see some of the other Tekken guys like, hey guys, we got Tekken Tag 2 over here, and it's like, they're also got a fire, but they got a setup, so you guys go over there with your fire. Like, talk to me. You guys look a little like I seen the chat.
So the first thing you brought up was legacy skill, and I just saw a Twitter clip. Twitter. Fuck you. It was.
Hey, it is what it is.
Anyway, I saw a clip of a tournament. I think it was Level Up Expo, and John Ding was playing Anna versus a Jin.
The one that just passed, right? Last weekend.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. Shout out to Level Up Expo.
Yeah. Jin did a sweep, and Anna tried to launch it because that sweep has been, staggered negative like 24 for its entire series life.
Okay. Jin sweep.
Yeah. The dash punch into stance. I forgot the notation, but it's. I think it's
okay.
Like
I know exactly what sweep means.
Yeah, the one where he can like do it to the like heel flip follow up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep. I only know because Kendall. Shout out to Kendall. He played Jin a little bit early on. So.
Yeah, and you got 50-50 through that. Right. Well, guess what? John Ding guessed right, and he tried to launch it. It went from negative 24 to negative 12. He wasn't able to launch it because legacy skill kicked in, and his muscle memory told him, "Oh yeah, I can launch that move." And then, nope. Season 2 says you can't do that anymore, and then he died and lost the entire round because he relied on legacy skill.
So did they just change the move frame data? They just made it safer. Oh.
Yep. It wasn't even in Season 2. It was Season 2 emergency patch. So, like, the little addendum. And they're like, okay, so we're going to nerf this stuff, but to balance that out, we're going to take away a move that's been negative launch for its entire life and make it negative 12, which is
that's crazy.
Not launch punishable.
So
fuck legacy skill.
I hear you.
How dare you?
I hear you. So like my thing with that is, so now I know Tekken frame data when it comes to changing frame data is definitely like very different, and I know a lot of legacy skill is that definitely like that's like making Hell Sweep safe. Like I get it. I get what you're saying.
That's what it was. They made us Hell Sweep say or not launch. They made a Hell Sweep launch. That'd be like making
they made it not launch punishable. So it's not safe, but it's not launch punishable. So like
a light sure you can only get like a jab now.
Right, instead of like a full heavy DP FADC.
Yeah, and it's not crush. You don't get a crush counter anymore.
Right. So yeah, no, I get that.
That's what they did,
and that's more of a drastic change because like obviously we've seen things like Ryu's like standing heavy punches went from like -6 to like -5 or 4. Like that's something like that's little, but like a very drastic move like a sweep or a launcher being like super punishable to like not very punishable, like you're only getting a jab punish versus like a whole kick into. Yeah, no, I get that's a very drastic change. Cause I ain't gonna lie, if somebody did wake up DP and I blocked it, and it was a light DP, and I'm only getting like a jab, sweep, or just a throw, I'd be a little sauteed. Even like unless you're spending something, like if you do like uppercut FADC, that's different. But even still, like let me get something. But no, what you're saying
it doesn't 1-to-1 translate.
No, it's very justified because that's what's stopping somebody from just spamming it now. Like, I'm not. The risk is not that bad. You'll get a 1-1-2 on me. Okay.
Yeah, but it's from crouch, so you'll get a while rising 4.
Okay, so yeah, you'll get a while rising
10 to 15 damage. Good luck. Yeah, and again, this is John Ding. He's a World Tour competitor. He is a top, he's one of the best in the world.
Right.
He lost to patch skill check.
Yeah.
Like he got knowledge checked by the devs. Like not even his opponent. He lost to the developers. What the fuck?
Yeah, that definitely does suck. You want to know?
That's just one of the many issues of season 2. You want a good example? I made a video on it earlier. Like, when season 2 first dropped, I was a massive Copium defender. I'm like, okay, we only saw this one talk. They're saying they're buffing defense. They're doing this. I want to believe them. You know, it doesn't look that bad. You guys are complaining too much. And then I got my hands on the game, and it was ass. I hated it, and I stopped playing. I went and got an emulator just to play Tag 2 online. Didn't go to any Discord, and just jumped on ranked and got matches. Just random matches. With not the same people. Occasionally it'd be the same people, but the longest I had to wait was like 30 seconds. And then I jumped on Tekken 7, jumped on ranked. I put, no restrictions. I didn't have to wait more than 30 seconds. People were not playing 8. They went back, and that has never happened in Tekken. Everybody's always moved to the next one.
Mm-hmm. So you were playing, you told me earlier that they, like, prime example, they took out Fang's guard break. I saw the Anna bug where Anna's taking over people. A lot of stance changes have happened.
Okay, that shit was funny.
Yeah, it was funny. But like,
it was funny, but it was also like a massive oversight and showing you that the devs are either just letting a lot of things fall through the cracks, or they're just incompetent. I don't know. I get it, game development's hard, but holy shit, man. You have too many people trying to do too many different things and not enough people talking about it.
Right.
There's no communication within there, and that's why we have conflicting things. And it's just like, how are you going to buff sidestep, but then give every single character a full screen homing plus on block mid? The fuck?
Yeah. Let me ask this too. So I remember hearing about this, and I don't remember who was talking about it. It was some video. But they were saying, like, how Tekken has always been a game where they've always had it in arcades. Like, you would have it, like, in a year or two in arcades. And, wait, let me finish.
I know where you're going with this.
I know you know, because I know that you know, because you probably have watched the same video. You probably have heard this discussion already. But I just want to put it on record right here on camera. So, obviously, Tekken has always been in arcades. They got the development there. Sometimes, a lot of changes happen. This
usually about a year and a half.
A year and a half in, and then obviously this is the first game that's going straight to consoles. And now you can say, like, this is in the same vein but obviously there's a huge shift, because it's like people have played these betas in the past and haven't been like, yo, like, this game sucks. Like, why would you do this? It was always like, oh, this is different. Let's see what it is. Now it's like, oh, this is just not fun. This is just, like, not what I want to deal with. So, obviously, like you said, you've heard about it. Enlighten me more on that. What is the difference? Or what do you feel is different?
I think that is an excuse, because them saying, oh, we can have an arcade run and then fix things. What was that year and a half of them going to every single major tournament and having pro players test it in closed betas and stuff like that? If not the exact same thing.
Okay.
So they already did it without releasing it. So they just made less money on it. But this is the most profitable Tekken they've had. It reached the Tekken 7 goals in like 3 months.
It's a very fun game. At least on release. Like, I bought Tekken 8 day one, and I remember playing the beta, and I was like, I mean, not to mention, Lily stayed the same. That she kept all of her buffs from Tekken 7. I'm like, oh, 4-4 still crumples. I get full combo. They press a button and it push back, so you're not really gonna.
You hear him cheesing.
You're not gonna punish me out the 4-4. Oh, Lily was so good, bro. And then she had like more stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm in there, and I was having fun with the game. Like, I actually, before they did the reset, I made it all the way to like Fujin, and I felt like I could have made it to Tekken God, but I made it to Fujin. I'm like, oh, I'm done. I don't gotta play no more. Like, people was all like, oh, when you make it to purple or blue rank, you're considered like quote unquote good at Tekken, and I'm like, I'm nice. I'm good. I just went back to playing like other games. You know me, I play too many fighting games for my own good. So it's like it's kind of hard to juggle it all. And that Fatal Fury is really taking my cake right now. But we're not gonna talk about Fatal Fury. I want to know more about this.
Yeah, so I don't agree in them saying that, oh, we didn't have an arcade, so it didn't have enough testing, when they did a year and a half, almost 2, of going to every single tournament and testing it. And I don't know if you know this, but in the previous builds, when you popped heat, like if you got a heat engager, there were a little pip up there, like the 8th chain. You got 2 uses. So you know how you have your heat smash or your heat dash?
Right.
When the game was in development before it released, you got 2. You could either do the heat smash and then the dash, or do a heat dash into plus into a heat smash.
Now it's
so
like...
the thing. Now you only get 1. When the game was being developed, you had 2. Could you imagine if it kept the 2?
You get a double heat dash, like combos?
Yes.
You're getting carried to the wall immediately. And then not to mention, people have already complained about this game's combos are too big. Now, I'm not gonna go on this too long. I don't hate that. I love big combos, but I get it. But I just wanted to say that. But yeah, continue. So if they had double smash and double rush.
That's my point. They had enough time and enough feedback to change that and a couple other things in a few other directions and keep things more consistent for them to actually make a good product. I love Tekken 8. Tekken 8 is great. It had issues,
like most fighting games.
I still love playing it. I had a lot of fun. And then Season 2 came, and now I don't want to play it. That should tell you almost everything. We can go into the full small details and the intricacies and all this other stuff, but I went back. I played fucking 7, and that game had a lot of issues. Tag 2 has a lot of issues. But I'd rather play those because that felt more like Tekken than this.
Shout out to Tekken Tag 2 soundtrack. OD.
Oh, yeah. If we're going to go on that route, Tekken 6 has the best overall soundtrack out of the entire series.
Wow.
Now, overall, it has more bangers than the other ones. I'm not saying it has, the best song, but they have like 7 bangers versus every other game has like 3.
I think you just gave me an idea for a future episode that we're gonna do together.
All right.
Yeah, keep a lookout.
Overall,
we're gonna be doing a Tekken music ranking. It's probably gonna take like 2 to 3 hours.
Oh yeah. And I'm down for that.
We're gonna probably do that in the future because that sounds like a very fun video. And we're gonna do that in the future. But now,
Season 2 doesn't feel like Tekken's, and specifically, Fang. They turned him into a stance character. Like, hey, look, he's the same as Shaheen. He's the same as Nina. He's the same as Paul. He's the same as all these other characters. I didn't want to play those characters. I wanted to play Fang.
Right.
Now I don't have that option.
Why don't you just
now
play Jack?
I have to. Yeah, that's my point.
I want to see
all the
Jack
characters are the same.
8.
They took away identity. They took away a lot of other stuff. They took away key charge. Nobody even complained about key charge.
Yo, why is Jack so good?
Because they don't know what they're doing. They just saw a big number. You want a really good snapshot, a snapshot of they don't know what they're doing? Look at the Lars change. Went from plus 26 to minus 4.
On a move?
Yes. That was on the newest emergency patch note.
Dang, so he went from being able to maul you to it's not my turn at all anymore.
Like,
that's crazy.
Plus 20, it wasn't, you didn't get like a guaranteed combo, but you got like pressure.
You got your turn.
For some reason. Exactly. You get a free mix-up.
Mm-hmm.
But why the fuck was it plus 24 and then there's just like, oopsie! Like, what the fuck? There's just way too many changes
that are happening.
I saw somebody break it down. I think it was on a Maximilian video where
shout out to Max.
Everybody has a lot of issues in the fighting game community, but they're all very different issues. Tekken has way too many changes, and it's not Tekken anymore. Street Fighter doesn't have enough changes, and it's getting stale.
I know this discussion. This discussion.
Yeah. And then, you know, Fatal Fury has real people, which is fucking weird. And
can I talk to you about that? Can I put that in a side note that we're gonna talk about maybe
sure.
the next like topic after we talk about this topic, because I have a $2
not even a 2 cents. You're $2.
$2. I got a $2 fucking
opinion.
There you go. I was thinking of the word that I have on that alone, but I want to hear about your all these games do have. I won't even call them problems, dude. Like,
I would call them problems. They're issues. They're
Tekken. Yeah, Tekken is definitely a fucking problem. But like, Street Fighter is actually, I don't think is as bad as people are chalking it up to be. Like, I'm gonna say this one thing, and I'm probably gonna get super like scolded or like roasted for this, but a new costume is not gonna make you play better. It is not gonna freshen up the game for you. People say, "Oh, I need a new costume to freshen up the game for me." That is the most dumbest thing I've ever heard, bro. Like, the costume is not finna make you play better, because the minute you start getting throw loop with your $20 purchased ass costume, you're pissed off again, bro. You're pissed off again. So stop with that. You know how what's crazy to me when people say Street Fighter 6 lacks content? It's all the people who don't use the content. Like, I play Extreme Battle. I go to the arcade thing. I play Battle Hub. I grind rank. I've beaten the fuck out of World Tour, and they keep updating World Tour. Like,
I was gonna say, what about the Extreme Battle, the arcade games that rotate? It's not even the same thing every time.
Right, and you can get exclusive ones that don't even show up there in the Battle Pass. Like, there's games that don't even show up in the arcade thing that'll pop up in the Battle Pass. Obviously, you gotta buy it.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, obviously you gotta buy it, but it's also a Battle Pass where if you finish it, it buys the next one for you. So as long as you keep finishing it, you don't even gotta pay for it. Like, so that's dope. But like, there's mad shit to do, and there's avatar fights. You can make your own character and fight against somebody else's crazy character, and that shit is crazy fun. It's like a whole new fighting game. Like, now I get it. Oh, I don't want to play World Tour. Well, then shut the fuck up and continue playing ranked, since that's all you want to do. With your the game doesn't have content. The only content you care about is ranked. So shut up and play. If you don't,
hey, look, a Street Fighter 5 player. They wanted a bare bones esports only release.
Well, Street Fighter 5 just, in my opinion, just is whack. I'm
talking about when it launched. It had 0 modes. It had online.
Oh yeah. No, it didn't even have arcade, bro. You had to play survival. Exactly. when you beat an opponent, you didn't get all your life back. And that was the only way you did that is you played online. You had
the Street Fighter 5 launch was well documented. It was ass. It was a terrible mistake, and for some reason, some people decide to still latch on to stuff like that. Like, I get it. You want to see your ranked match point go up and go burr. Haha.
They want to be the best. They just, I mean, okay. I get it. You want to be the best.
Go to tournaments.
Even if some of them were, but it's like Street Fighter, and I love Street Fighter. It's one of my favorite fighting game franchises, but I'm not going to act like it doesn't get pulled because of its name. Obviously, it could be whack, and it's gonna still have players because it's Street Fighter. So what people's mindset in my mind was, obviously people saw the game and was like, yo, what the fuck is this? This game sucks. So it's like, the people who stuck with it or played it, even if they didn't necessarily like it, maybe there's people who love the game. I'm not knocking you, but the people who necessarily maybe didn't like it as much, they just wanted to be the best. Like, it's a new Street Fighter. Everyone is starting brand new. Now it's my opportunity to be the best. So
that, and Capcom flashed the wallet.
Yeah, a little bit. They like, yeah, this game gonna have that money. They're gonna have, like, this game is esports. Because obviously at the end of Street Fighter 4, we were like diving into that. So brand new Street Fighter, you know it's gonna have money. So, and I mean, I don't knock nobody for their hustle, but like, it just, in my opinion, the game wasn't for me. But like, I feel like that's what, like, you know, I can admit that I love Street Fighter 6, but it's got its dumb shit. Street Fighter 5 had too much dumb shit. No game with a comeback mechanic needs to be an esport. Let me not say that. Let me word it differently. it was too much of a thing, dude. Like I hated the fact that it was
V-Trigger is ass.
V-Trigger was too much, and the thing is, it wasn't across the board. Like, people say you gotta play a character with a good V-Trigger. Now, I didn't play a character with a good V-Trigger, and people could say, oh, well, then that's your problem. I'm like, but I want to play this character. Well, then you gotta do that. You gotta, suck it up. I'm just like, I was gracefully back down, and that's
it kind of felt like, the MK Switch styles and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about?
You mean like PlayStation 2 Mortal Kombat? Like where you could like change fighting stances or
like MKX, MK11 where you can change your moves and stuff like that. Like, hey, I'm not actually losing to the player, I'm losing to the gimmicks of the character.
Right.
And if you don't have this,
you know what's funny about you know what's funny that you say that? That is actually something that was told to me. I played Scorpion. I played Ninjutsu Scorpion in MKX. I love Ninjutsu Scorpion. Back 2, he had a big like moon crescent like launcher, and it was like almost kind of good for as a footsie tool. Like it was like if I used it right, I could.
That was his Injustice Forward 3.
It was so good, bro. You can link like 2 or 3 of them into Spear. And then I'm talking about I love Ninjutsu Scorpion, but everyone's all like, yeah, you gotta play Inferno.
Why the hell would you not play Hellfire?
Hellfire, yeah, there you go. Why are you not playing Hellfire? He's got like 50-50s. You need to be playing Hellfire. Don't play that. I'm like, but I like Ninjutsu Scorpion. Yo, back 4, like or back 2. It's fucking this
but
great.
Then you get hooked up by fucking Quan Chi sorcerer shit.
Yeah. Sorcerer, mind control into high-low. I know. Oh, yeah, I get it.
Hey, here's the game, 50-50.
Yeah.
Eventually they fix that shit. But
I mean, MKX is a great game to this day. People still will play that. Same thing with 11, but it's just in Mortal Kombat in general. It's just like it's in a very weird spot. So
if we're talking about opinions and preferences and stuff like that,
yes,
I don't like Mortal Kombat as a competitive fighting game. I like it as a video game. I like the story. I like the lore. I like the characters. I like the move. I like the customizable shit. That is a fun video game.
I hear you.
Purely preference of like what I like in my fighting games as a competitive standpoint, it has so many things that I fucking hate. I don't like that projectiles don't clash. I don't like that rounds start after the first one isn't dead center neutral stage. So if you lose the round in the corner, you start the round in the corner.
Yeah.
That's horseshit.
Is it? Why'd you die in the corner? I'm joking.
It's not a real life fighting game. If it's like Darkstalkers or Killer Instinct, that makes sense. When they did it with Injustice, I'm like, that makes sense. But if it's Mortal Kombat and you're both your life bars reset, you should reset to neutral in the beginning of the stage.
Right. Oh, I get what you mean. So like the life bar carrying over, it's like, okay. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I mean,
if you're gonna do that, do the full thing. Don't half it.
That's kind of true. I actually didn't really think about that like that because Injustice does do the like 2 bars of health thing. I actually forgot that was a thing. Okay, so, let me ask you about some content creation things that you have been diving into. You have been doing a lot of content creation. Like, let me tell you something, bro. I even be telling Angel, I'd be like, if he keeps doing what he's doing, he could actually just blow up and he won't even know it. It can happen so fast. Things that happen overnight be like so crazy. And it's like the push that you have is kind of what I like wanted back in the day. Like when I was doing the videos at Justin's house and having my laptop everywhere and I was bringing the headphones and the equipment. I'm like, he's hungry. I know he wants it. Obviously, you've gotten to a point where you was able to take off. You got stagnant. You took off. You got stagnant. You took off. You got stagnant. And it's like the fact that you have the will, the drive to keep pushing, and like you've gotten more comfortable like being on camera. You've done tournaments. You've hosted tournaments, which I actually want to talk about that as well too. But talk to me about content creation, General Mar. We got to talk about the fighter, the player, the FGC guy. We can shine a little bit more light on that, but I want to get more into your content creation, side. What you been doing? What's up?
Talk to me. You want me to be perfectly honest?
Yes.
I just kind of do what I want to do. I don't make videos for specific people. I make them for myself. I'm a silly little guy that does silly little videos, and if other people like it, cool. I just like making stuff for myself. But yeah, if you like scroll through my page, it's a bunch of random shit. There's wrestling stuff, there's figures, there's One Piece things, there's fighting games, there's random memes, there's Jack and Daxter. Like it's not. I made a video that said, "What's the better '90s rave song? The Jellyfish rave, the Mortal Kombat movie fight against Reptile, or the Blood rave from the Blade movie?" That has nothing to do with any of the other content I make. I just wanted to have a random question.
Right.
Like,
and I mean, that's interaction
me.
farming. That's honestly good interaction farming because it's like you're able to get other audiences that way. Like if you're just on one topic, yeah, you could do good, but being able to branch out and gain other audiences is a good way to build. And I think what you do is very good for your building. Like you actually have a very good foundation of what you want to do, what you like to do, and like you being happy with the content that you put out. Because I feel like that's a lot of people's problems. I've even had that problem before where it's like, man, I'm not very happy with the content that I'm putting out. I want to do something different. What can I do to change this up? So I've been like, you know, mixing and mashing and doing this, doing that. And I've, over the past like year and a half, because I've been doing content for like kind of a while, on and off. But like I finally have gotten comfortable with something that I'd like to do. And honestly, it's kind of what you said. It's just, I'm going to do what I like. I'm going to make a brand out of me, but I have to be willing to put in the work. I have to be willing to build up myself. I have to be willing to be consistent. So obviously, you know, work in progress. Sometimes you gotta take a break. Sometimes, you know, you have your little slumps, and that's fine. But being able to get back up and continue to do it, even if you take like a month break, is better than just being like, all right, well, I tried, and just, you know, not doing it. Because the thing is, here's my philosophy on it. I'm just gonna do what I'm doing anyway with just a camera on. Like you're playing Tekken, you would be playing Tekken anyway. You just have a camera on, and then capturing those reactions. And shout out to my bro Danny, because I've been telling him to do clips too. He is very nonchalant. He's told me, he's like, I'm very nonchalant. I don't want, you know.
Bro, he's dry as shit, but he's funny.
He's very funny, and the thing is, he could have some very good clips. I mean, obviously, he's got his like demeanor, like he's gonna talk his shit. He does not care what you think. So, and that's fine, but that could be your brand. But the thing is, he told me he's like kind of not familiar with it, but like you have to kind of jump and do it, bro. Like you got to want to do it.
I was starting to get discouraged. I'm not gonna lie, because seeing the videos that pop up, and I'm like, yeah, I put a lot of effort into this. I really like this. I wish I had more views. But then I post something stupid and it gets like 100,000 views out of nowhere. I'm like, okay, I have my lane. I'm not allowed to go out of it, but I want to. That's just kind of how content creation works. And also, another side note, it's a lot easier now. Like, there's so many tools. There's auto stuff. You can just put captions and it go to style and it does it for you. You don't have to manually do any of that stuff. Editing is a lot easier. It's very intuitive now. It's a lot better. But back to what I was saying, I was starting to get discouraged. But like the other day, I was scrolling around and I saw this video. It was a quick video of, it literally just said, you can't throw it back to Slipknot. And there's this big dude and he just starts like, you know, twerking and throwing his ass back to Slipknot. And I'm like, fuck me up. Like that whole thing. I'm like, that shit was hilarious. Hell yeah. And it got like 25,000 views or some shit like that, and like a bunch of likes. I'm like, cool. So I go to his page and it's just him doing that exact same thing, but to like other song suggestions. And I put one out there and he made a video to the one I suggested. I'm like, oh. But I'm looking at all these views and the most are like 1,000 views, but most are like, you know, 300 view jail. And then I look at his follower count. He has over 41,000 followers, and he's getting the same exact view count as me. And I've only got like 3.6 thousand followers.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I want to touch on that in a second, but yeah, continue.
I'm like, oh, he's gotten the same problems I have, but he's just making videos for his little community, and he's having fun. Mm-hmm. And he's doing the other stuff too. He's making wrestling content. He's making dance content. He's making other stuff. He's doing random filter videos. He's just having fun.
He's having
and
fun.
He has
and
this
he's
many.
Literally just doing it. He's not like he's not really. I feel like he's not even looking at the count. Like he's gonna if it happens like oh sick. But it's more like I'm going to do this video. I'm already planning to do this video. It could get 1 view. It can get 100 views. So that's
hey, you made a
that's
suggestion.
strong.
Let me just hang out with this community that they're having fun too. I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna throw it back to metal music. Why the fuck not?
Right.
Like, it's pretty cool. So that kind of helped my motivation. And it's easy to get trapped up in analytics and be like, oh, this is doing bad, or oh, I lost some followers, or oh, I have net this, and a number.
Right, number. That's definitely a big thing. And another question on that, because I still want to know more about the content creation. So like you were saying, like this guy's having the same problem as me. You was having some doubts about your content. You was man, can I do this? And then you start getting crazy numbers. Now I remember back when you were doing this, and you was like, yo, I hit 1K. I got 1K followers. Yo, I'm doing this. And now you have tripled those numbers to 3K, and you are still having fun doing what you're doing. Now I believe you can jump them numbers crazy. Like some people will jump from 3K to 30K overnight. It's just a matter of like randomness. It's a matter of luck factor. It matters sometimes who's like Kai Cenat could see one of your videos and be like, yo, now you got like mad people just seeing your videos and chiming in. But
it could happen.
It could happen. I'm just saying, like, you never want to give up that hope. My thing is, you kept pushing this, and you got 3K. Like, and obviously, you say you have your community. You've been teaching people. You've ran tournaments.
This is true.
Let me talk to you about what keeps you wanting to do the things that you're doing. As far as you got 3K, you pushing for that 4K. You've been doing tournaments before. Like, let me hear it. What was the motivation to even start a tournament?
It's because I ran into the TikTok community, the TikTok FGC community, and they had their own servers, and they were doing like T3s and stuff. I'm like, I kind of want to do that, but just Tekken, because that's my main.
Right.
And I ran tournaments and stuff in real life and at WIT. Like, the fighting game, people only showed up there because I brought them in. And that was just going to be like a normal gaming cafe. And I'm like, do you guys do fighting games? No. Would you like to?
Right.
I literally did that stupid ass meme. God damn, I missed that place so much.
The place was loaded for sure.
Yeah, our local died.
Oh, let me fix this. Move this out the way. I am listening. Okay, continue.
But yeah, the reason why I started doing a couple online tournaments is because I wanted to, run tournaments again and just have people play Tekken. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And I stopped doing it now because I work second shift.
I hear you.
I've got a good job. I'm making decent money. And nobody wants to start a tournament at midnight.
I hear you. That is definitely not wrong. That is almost bedtime hours, if not editing or crunch time hours. Or you watch your 1 a.m. YouTube videos. Nobody knows about the 1 a.m. YouTube videos. 2 a.m. videos is even worse. But yeah. But yeah, no, okay. That's what's up. But anyway.
You were commentating a couple of them, which I appreciate.
I appreciate you having me on.
Bro, I'm not going to lie. I love your commentation. Your commentating skills are... They're top tier, and I know you want to be like Yipes, and Yipes being my favorite commentator, you're up there.
Like, Yipes is definitely the GOAT. And you know what's funny about it? Like, I won't say I emulate a lot of things that he does. I feel like the one thing that I do take from Yipes is, I would definitely say is a bit of an emulation from that. But it's like, also, when you see somebody just get smacked, you're like, the noises just come out. I love seeing people play. Like, there's like the times where I will watch you or Jaime play online rank. Like, I'm just sitting here watching. Like, you know how people will watch their favorite streamers, just that's like me watching y'all. I'm just like, because the thing is, I know y'all, so when I see y'all play, it's just like, it's so entertaining for me, and I could do it for anybody. And that's another thing why I say I can definitely be professional. Like obviously I could talk some really greasy, grimy stuff, but
you know how to turn the esports
about
switch on.
games
You give
and
me a
stuff like
power
that.
boost. Like when I'm in there chilling and you just like basically commentating a rank match, you give me a power boost. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do a cool clip, so he'll say something cool. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, watch this shit. Look at
That's
this.
fun
Yeah.
shit though. It's honestly, it's just entertainment for me too. So it's honestly like symbiotic. We work off of each other. That's kind of cool. No, you're absolutely right. It is always just fun stuff to do. It's honestly, I think my thing too, as far as pushing it and making it better, is doing content with the people you want to do content with. Like this is a prime example. Yeah, prime example is like right now. Like you and for the old joint, the Excuse My Scrubbiness series that I started a long time ago, when it was just us running first to fives with each other in different games. That's all it was. But it's like at the time, no one on the internet was doing that. Like it was very few people putting out content. This is why I'm like, I wanted to jump that avenue, because I'm not saying like I knew it was gonna be like the big thing, but I'm like, no one else is putting out like videos. Like it was very, very, very scarce to find like Street Fighter videos or Tekken videos, or let alone anime fighting. Like you couldn't find BlazBlue for shit.
I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely started building my own little community because most of my followers actually come from when I stream. Like I'll get like 5 to 10 followers each time I stream. Whether they stick around, that's up to them. But I haven't been streaming as much because life got in the way and things have been a little stressful. But I'm
Understandable. Very
I'm
understandable.
going to stream later today.
Yeah.
So if you guys want, I'm going to try and be more consistent. But again, I work second shift, so
understandable with all that. So,
but I've grown a community of graveyard shifters. They're like, oh yeah, I love watching you when I'm at work. It's my favorite way to kill time. I'm like, hell yeah. I'm glad you like that, and it's great. And sometimes I'll fight my viewers and stuff like that. And they're like, "You're my favorite Fang streamer" and stuff like that. I'm like, "Aw,
that's
making me blush."
That's
like,
good. Honestly,
nice.
you want to, and those are the people you want to keep around. Like, yeah, you got 3,000 followers, but if you got just 30 people that's like saying that, like, oh yeah, I love this, I love that. That is a great start, because that number is only gonna get bigger. Like, you need to just do that, and then like networking. We just like networking with other people. Like you're great at that. You network with a lot of people, and that actually is great for your your brand. Cause, dude, I ain't gonna lie. Like you doing what you're doing, you're TikToking, and when you got when you even hit 1K and then started pushing to 2K, I'm like, bro, I gotta step my shit up. Like I'm not even.
I made you motivated.
Yes, like no cap. It really made me feel like, okay, I have no excuse. He is cooking right now. I have no excuse. If I want to, like, I want to jump on it, and then we can network. Like, we can just, like, just, okay, I have him on. I be on his videos. Both of our view counts are, like, growing, and then we have collaboration videos, and then we, like, put Danny on. Danny starts getting a little bit more motivated. He's like, because I'm talking about, bro, you don't understand. He's probably one of the best Call of Duty players ever made, bro. Like I would.
Yeah, I've seen him put in work. I've seen him play Apex.
He's so.
It's just he's dangerous, because whenever I come in there and I see you guys are all there and Danny's there, I'm like, the first thing I say is, I'm streaming.
Oh yeah.
That's the little caution. Like, Danny, shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing wild.
No, I hear you. And I mean that's what I'm saying. That's just Danny, man. He's literally just kind of like he doesn't really care. He doesn't like. He's not trying to hurt your feelings, but he doesn't care if he hurts your feelings type shit.
I know, but like, he's saying some wild shit that'll get me banned. Very. I like making stuff because it's literally just conversation piece at that point. Hey, we're watching fighting games. Ooh, there's that meme that popped up. Let me make a video because we're already talking about it. It really, you're gassing me up and saying, oh, you got 3K followers, but then I see people with like 100,000 followers, 1 million followers. I'm like, it doesn't really mean anything to me. It's just, oh, you guys like the stuff I make? Cool, I like the stuff I make too. It like hasn't processed. Even when this happened twice already, I've been recognized in public. It's very niche. And I thought it was a joke, but it happened to me twice already. I went to Ignite,
right?
And they're like, oh hey, you're that one guy. I'm like, maybe.
Maybe. I am a guy and I am one of me, but who do you mean?
And then it happened at a card game tournament. I went to One Piece, you know, the big regional that had like fucking 4,000 people in it. I don't know, but some dude comes up to me and I'm like, "Don't I recognize you?" I'm like, "I am a bald white guy with beard and glasses."
And the glasses, yes.
There's 50 of me right behind me. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
We are everywhere. At this specific kind of event, I am everywhere. Please be a little more specific. He's like, "Oh no, I saw your stream. You're General Mar." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, you actually know me. Hi, how you doing? What's up? Why do you know me?" Like, I'm like it was an infomercial type deal, or like somebody's trying to sell me something. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like,
yeah.
But then you're like, "Oh no, I watched your stream. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you like it."
No, that stuff is really good. And I mean, so to chime into that, that's something. And I mean, I know you say it doesn't mean much, but so from my point of view, like I think I'm like at like 70 followers. Obviously, I haven't been pushing it as long as you or as hard as you have been. But you, I don't think how I see it. You're like, you have a foundation. Like you have a firm, sturdy foundation to continue growing. A little side note, I tell this to Royal. Shout outs to Royal. Like, amazing player.
What's he go by now?
Renala.
I know he changed it.
Yeah. Well, but they like whenever I see them streaming like on Twitch, they can like bust like 30 views, maybe 40 views, and I'm like, man, you should like stream more often. Like you have a good foundation where you can like really push that. Like you can get like crazy numbers, and then people like know who they are. They goes to tournaments. Is very good. Top player. Like right. So but they told me it's like, yeah, whenever I stream, I don't really feel too motivated. It's like, yeah, 50 is like a decent number, but it's like there's people getting like 100. Like pretty much the same thing you told me. I'm like, dude, you don't understand. Like 50 is a great foundation. You need like 5 followers to get like affiliated type of deal. Like you are beyond that to the point where you can start really branding yourself with the time put in. So like when I see you guys popping off, I can't help but support that. Same thing with Jaime. When I see Jaime like getting put on the like Evo list of dark horses, or like, oh, he's like a favorite at this local, like yeah, it's a local, or even he's maybe just getting top 3 at a local, but like that is my brother. Like I love to see nothing but success from that. So when I see Royal getting like a lot of, like it's not a lot, but I see like you getting these views that like none of us could possibly do if we were going live right now. None of us have 3,000 TikToker followers. None of us is getting like mentioned as dark horses as at Evo or CEO or nothing like that. So combo breaker, like it's not really much of a thing. So like you guys pushing that, it may seem little to you, but from the outside in, and then we're like, I wouldn't say like sophisticated or like we had like I feel like I'm pretty good at games to the point where if I wanted to do something like that, I could. Now think about everyone else that's watching, spectators, casuals. There's a lot more of those kind of people than there are of me's who have the potential but haven't put in the work. You have the potential and have put in the work. So it's
I'm not gonna lie, man.
It's a lot of people, dude.
I'm not gonna lie. You're dangerous. I mean that in a way of you love and support us while we're all in our heads and trying to be like humble and stuff, and you're trying to gas us the fuck up. It's just like, that's dangerous, man. Don't inflate our egos like that.
You want to know what it is? And I've said this, it's something I learned from Justin, and he said it and it became true. He said, you guys have potential. When we were ass at fighting games, he said, you guys have potential, you guys just suck right now. And I took that shit to heart. Like stuff like that is like why I think like, man, you just keep doing what you're doing, man, because you're doing good. Like you're doing super duper good. And it's just, I think that with the right just amount of like consistency, the right amount of push, and then the right amount of teamwork. Now I'm gonna ask you a few more things, and we are going to wrap things up, my friend. Worst fighting game right now, in your opinion? Go ahead. Let the community. You ain't gotta tell like the game sucks, this, that, and the third. But like, what in your opinion? What is one of the worst new fighting games out?
Tekken 8 Season 2.
Ooh, right in the gut. You know what? That's a safe answer. I feel you. Tekken
I
8
just
too.
there's a reason why the player count is under 5,000 when it was like consistently over like 15,000.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Just it ostracized the community too hard. The developers.
Yo, Tekken.
It was bad. It was bad.
Tekken,
Like
man.
again, I wanted to play Fang. They made me play Shaheen with
All right.
Fang's, couple moves. They made me play a couple other stuff. They made him into not that character.
I
And
hear
it
you.
and then there's way too many overtuned stuff. They turned it into Guilty Gear Strive / Marvel vs. Capcom.
I like.
I'm
Guilty
not
Gear
playing
Strive.
Tekken anymore.
I like Guilty Gear Strive too. Maybe I should.
Yeah,
play Tekken.
if I wanted to play Guilty Gear, I'd play Guilty Gear.
That's true.
And if
that's
I want to
true.
play Tekken, I'm gonna go play Tekken. Just not 8.
I
Not
hear
right
that.
now. Which sucks because I love Tekken 8. It
Yeah.
actually made me focus. Before, like, you were talking about the motivation and stuff like that and saying, like, oh, hey, you got potential to do this. And I'm, like, downplaying myself because,
Humble
yeah.
approach.
But,
Humble approach. I hear you.
Jaime, he was saying, bro, you can get to God of Destruction. You can do this. You make me sweat, brother. I'm like, nah, I'm not
No.
that good. Nah.
No,
Nah, I'm
you
like,
are.
hold on. If I just like block a little more, if I'm just a little more patient.
Block
Hold
is
on.
always good.
Hold up. Wait, did I just rank up? Oh shit, I'm on a 10-win streak. Oh shit. Oh wait a minute, I'm in Tekken God. Hold on. Wait a minute, is he right? Like, it just start implementing a little bit more fundamentals and actually practice what I preach about, like watching top tiers, learning like top players, watching replays, following all this other stuff, not burning myself out,
Mm-hmm.
and only like playing for an hour at a time. And then if you start to feel the brain fog, you take a break.
Yeah.
I know how to play my character.
Right.
I still watch the guides
Yep.
and play with it as a refresher. Oh
Dude.
yeah, I forgot that this move's good. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Ooh, that's a good. I forgot that you could do this finisher. Oh yeah, you get this off of that. Like, just
There's always.
refreshers are good.
Yep. I still like watching videos where it's like 5 things to make you super good at like City of the Wolves or something like that. Like, now, I mean, I feel like I'm kind of good. Fresh game, not saying I'm the best. Cause I need to always feel like I gotta say that because people be like, you don't even go to tournament, you don't even, because I don't know more. Like, I used to, but I don't know more. But like, I feel like I gotta stretch
gotta
that
feel
because
yourself.
there's
You
always
gotta
gonna
feel
be that person that's gonna have to say some dumb shit. But I feel like that I'm good at the
Internet.
game. I feel like I'm super good at the game to the point where it's like, I don't need to know how to do this, but like I still love watching the like 10 advanced tips or 5 advanced tips on City of the Wolves, and it'll be like learn to just defend or JD or learn to like anti-air with break, and I'm like, okay, I know all this stuff, but then there might be a thing or two that I'm like, oh, maybe I should do that a little bit more, or maybe it might be nothing, but like it's still a good, like you said, a refresher. Like, get my brain to remember to do this stuff, or it lets me know that I'm at least doing the right thing.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm already on top of all this shit. I'm good to go. So yeah, my Palm Pilot open. So I had it open and accidentally closed it just now. Well, let me ask you this while I'm opening this. So we have Anna. Who do you think is going to be the next? Was it 3 characters left? 4 characters left?
2.
2. Wait, no. There's 4 characters.
Yeah, there's 3.
So
3
yeah,
characters in 2
so
stages.
So we got Anna, and then we have Blankety, and then we have Blankety, and then we have Tifa, maybe.
No, they said it's a original Tekken character.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did say it's like new, like a brand new character, like brand new.
Yeah, so Fakaram's mom is what Maximilian's been saying.
I feel like it's gonna be like Jin and Xiao Yu's like kid from the future.
It's gonna be an original Tekken character.
It's gonna be Jin Xiao Yu's baby, but they're like from the future, and they're like, I'm here to find Kazuya.
Angel Jin. I don't fucking
Devil Reina. It's gonna be Devil Reina.
Yeah. Something.
It's gonna be
I don't know.
original, but she's not original. Shut up. She ain't in the game.
Heihachi's mustache. I don't fucking know.
Oh my god, I would play Heihachi's mustache, bro. Just a big fucking furry mustache. Just it has electrics too. Let me stop.
All right, yeah. For the other ones are 2 returning characters and they're color coordinated.
So let me
one's-
hear your opinion.
One's like teal, one's purple or some shit. So if I'd have to guess, fucking Lei Wulong and maybe Julia. I don't know, but
think
I know
Julia's
it's not
purple?
gonna be. It's not gonna be Marduk. I want it to be. I would fucking love it to be Marduk. It's not Marduk.
What if they made? What if they brought back like Unknown or Ogre,
That could be interesting. I would fuck.
like regular Ogre, not big Ogre?
Exactly. I want Ancient Ogre. I hate big Chimera Ogre. True
hate-
Ogre sucks.
You hate Snake Arm
Ancient
Ogre?
Ogre?
He got a
Ancient
snake for an
Ogre?
arm though.
No, fucking stupid.
Snake arm, boy. I love
hate-
it.
no.
He can breathe fire. That shit cool.
Give me Ancient Ogre. I love composite characters. Like Necrid from Soul Calibur 2, Seth in Street Fighter 4. I would play that character if his health wasn't, dog shit. But it has to be to quote unquote balance the character. The character's busted. But composite bosses and characters like that, where they steal other characters' moves into a, completed character, I love that archetype. That's one of my favorites in all the fighting game. But yeah, I would love to see Ancient Ogre. It's not gonna happen. I would love to see Jinpachi. It's not gonna happen. I want my actual main, Marduk. It ain't happening this season. It might happen next season. But for the characters that I think are actually gonna come back that have a real chance, I think it's Lei, and I think it's either Armor King or Julia. Maybe Ganryu is the purple. I don't know. But those are my best bets.
I thought Gary for purple too because he definitely had like a purple outfit in the last game, I think. So, which I mean could be.
So did Julia. But
Well,
I don't
that
know.
is to be seen. I can't wait to see what Tekken does as far as the patch before the characters even come out. So,
yeah, no, the devs have made a good course correction. They just need to keep going in that direction and actually listening to the players. And yeah, like Harada said, there's a disconnect between what the players want and what the developers want. And that needs to find common ground. And things need to change for the better. Otherwise, people have already said they're just going to wait for Tekken 9.
oof, Tekken 9, y'all got a long ways to wait. Well,
That's how bad things are, man.
that's wild.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna stream later today. Like, it might be 8, just to see if I'm gonna get stepped on by Lars or other bullshit that's in the game, or if I can just go back and play a character I actually like playing, like
Yeah.
Tag 2,
What
because
you should
clearly people are playing it.
You should stream Tekken 5 Devil Within mode. Any questions for me? Do you have any questions for me? Because I mean, other than that,
I already asked you, but not on the video.
okay.
so-
let me hit me with your best shot. Fire away.
All right. I know this mentality's dying, but I know it's still there. So I'm going to ask you this because I've been playing single player games and I love Kingdom Hearts, and I wanted to
Shout out
try
to
and go
Kingdom
through the whole
Hearts.
series, and I got up to Kingdom Hearts 3. And I haven't played it in like 6 years since it got released, and I wanted to give it a fair shake because everybody says the game is ass.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is
Yeah.
good. That's my own
That's my
opinion.
conclusion,
I
too.
yeah, I think
That's my conclusion now too. It's a
Yeah.
lot better than when I first played it, but I played it on critical mode, and I've already beaten it. Now I'm just like, you know what? I want to platinum this game. I want 100% it. I'm going to use a walkthrough. So my
Okay.
question to you is,
yeah,
if it's your second playthrough, is it a real gamer type of thing if you're using a walkthrough
okay.
from start to finish?
If it's your second
Or it-
playthrough and you're using a walkthrough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you still have to do it. You're just like collecting all the items, doing the secrets,
Yeah.
stuff. Like I used it for the hidden Mickeys, the lucky emblems and the treasures,
Okay.
and then
Wall
all the other
chicken.
stupid stuff.
Wall chicken. You're never gonna know it's
Yes.
there without the book. Yeah. No, I get
Or or like the stupid slide mini game in the Frozen world, where you have to get 10 treasures, but you have to do like 15 runs to get all of them because they're all spaced out. And it just, unless you go it step by step and using a literal video guide and pausing to make sure you go through that, you ain't gonna get that shit on your own. And they had to update to let you know how many you actually had. Like they had to add a tracker because they knew it was horseshit.
I actually didn't know that. That's funny. Well,
Yeah.
to answer your question, and you said it's your second playthrough, so I would say no. And here's my thing with that. Here's like my answer to I guess everything. You've already experienced the game. Now, I don't knock using a strategy guide, even if it's not like your first play. Like, even if it is your first playthrough. Like, if you just want to do that, it's your money. It will do what you want. But my opinion is, if you are really trying to experience a game, like you really want to experience this game, like I'm ready. I want to dive in. You shouldn't use a strategy guide, so that way you can immerse yourself in the game. You want to get lost. You want to be able to explore, especially if it's one of those type of games. You want to be immersed into it, like get lost, figure things out, maybe find some secrets that nobody even knows about yet. So that's my one point. If you've beaten the game already and you want to just go through to collect everything, a strategy guide I think is perfectly fine. Like, you're trying to collect things. You've already experienced the game. Like, you know what's going to happen. You know what comes next. And maybe if you're on a harder difficulty, it might have some strategies to like fight a boss. Maybe, I didn't know I could do this against this boss. Now you have a whole new way of fighting a boss, and you can take that with you whenever you decide to not play with a strategy guide again. So
I saw that on Twitter, because going back to Devil May Cry, apparently people are, because they're playing it because of the anime, they didn't know that the red and the blue,
Agni and Rudra. Yeah.
Rudra. Yeah, apparently they can hit each other. Like, you can just like jump out of the way and they'll stun each other. Shit like that. A lot of people didn't know that.
Yep. Yes, sir.
And I saw it on Twitter. I'm like, cool. I'll keep that in mind when I go and play it. Right? So I think it's like that. It's just cool little secrets. Or you do something wrong in like a big RPG, and then you just miss out on everything. Like, I was playing Baldur's Gate 3 with my wife. We killed one of the companions because we didn't know she was a companion. It was a boss battle, and we're just like, oh, take her out first because she's the one commanding them. We killed Minthara. She's somebody that can join the party, and that means we lost out on every single interaction that she would have had with every single other character because we didn't know.
Right.
So if we would have looked it up and like, yeah, if you do this, you can get that character. I'm like, oh, well, shit. Like,
yeah.
And that's 100 to 200 hour RPG.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, use a fucking guide for some of those things. Like, if you want to do this, do that, or you like stuff like that. But if I'm about to go through the entire thing blind, and you telling me I just missed out on how many fucking things, and now I got to go redo that 102 hour thing, nah. Like,
I also feel like it could be chopped up to how much do you enjoy playing the game, and are you willing to play it again? So here's the thing with that, where I could say it can be like justified. So Baldur's Gate is, like you said, big game, 100-something hours. It's like, you don't want to, if you do something like that and you're really far in, you don't want to necessarily like, all right, I beat Baldur's Gate, time to run it again just to not kill her this one. Like, that's kind of a lot for a little. My example of that, where I feel like that is justified, I think that's a perfect example for like a big game like that. Now, example, I want to play Super Metroid, but I want to collect every missile tank, every energy tank, everything, every armor piece, all of
I'm using a guide.
Yeah, that's something, or I feel like
I'm using the guide.
That's like, for a completionist thing, I feel like is also a very big like justified, because like it's not gonna take you out of the game. It's not gonna be like, oh, and then when you go in this room, well, it will, but you don't have to read that far. Like, and then when you go in this room, yeah, you still have to do it. And you don't have to like read on how to do it. You can like, oh, okay, here's the boss. Let me like put the book to the side and then tackle this. But like, man, I need HP. My health bars is looking a little scarce. I need to find the quickest one. Where's to flip to page 50? Oh, there's one in the ceiling. You know?
Yep.
So
it's sick. I did the same thing with Hollow Knight. I'm trying to
great game.
Do the hard shit. That game's so fucking hard, man.
It is hard. It is very hard.
And I've beaten it. I've done
both the
endings, but I never got to do like That game's fucking hard. It took me like 3 days to beat the Radiance, and I never even did like the Pantheon shit.
Mm.
So I'm trying to do like the true Radiance. I'm trying to beat all that shit.
Right.
And I had to start from the beginning. And I forgot everything. So everything felt new.
Yeah. Well, I would say end all be all. No, not really. It does not take your gamer cred away. But I do believe if you want to actually experience and immerse yourself into a game, you shouldn't use a strategy guide. Go in blind. Like if you really want that like player experience. Now, certain games, Baldur's Gate, yeah, like that in a situation like that, I would even say maybe still go in blind. But like, I feel like one of those games, along with like Dark Souls and stuff like that, it's kind of supposed to be unforgiving in a sense, yay or nay.
Yeah,
but
that's the spoiler experience. Honestly, it just comes down to what do you prefer? Do you prefer to be spoiled or not? That's a preference type thing.
Right.
But I'm just glad that the mentality of, oh, you're not a real gamer unless you do this is finally going away.
Yeah, well, I mean, we used to be like, oh, you're not a real gamer because you play on Nintendo or you play on not PlayStation or not Xbox or not PC. So I mean,
console wars are dead.
yeah, we're healing. Gamers are slowly healing, but at the same time, we're also not being nice to each other. But it's whatever. We're learning.
Still gamers.
We're still gamers. Yep. Well, my friend, I'm pretty sure that wraps things up. I answered your question. No, it doesn't take your credit away. Give your shout outs. Let me know where people can find you. Let me know. I'm gonna post all your links. All your links are going down low. All of your socials, anything that you and the things that you got coming up, because this is not your last time on here, my friend. I will have you back for other fun stuff. But yeah, let me know where we can find
I've been chilling. I ain't got no giant plans. I'm just trying to keep things the same and slowly grow. Chill with you, hang out, play some games, and bitch about Tekken 8 Season 2.
Bitching about the Tekken 8 Season 2. All right, brother. This was
Thanks
been
for
a
having me on.
great time. Y'all, shout outs to General Mar. Go follow him on all his socials. Go look at the TikToks. He's hilarious. He plays some good ass Tekken, and he's actually a fucking funny ass dude. So y'all go ahead and do that.